We're checking in with the West Ohio Food Bank and see what kind of year they've had and the goals for the new year. We've got the CEO, Tommie Harner, with us today. And thanks for joining us, Tommie.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, so what has the year been like? Have you been surprised by what you've been able to do this year and the need in the area?
We have distributed a lot of food. We continue to distribute more and more each month. We're seeing so many new faces. Just this last year alone, we've had over 36,000 new people come through those food distributions in our emergency pantries, shelters, soup kitchens, and places like that. So it just continues to grow. We really thought that after COVID kind of went away a little bit, that we was going to have a little bit of a reprieve from having so much influx of people coming through, but we're finding that that's not happening.
I mean, with such a great need, is it a struggle to be able to fulfill the need for all the areas that you serve, or have you been able to keep up with it? And, you know, a lot of hard work, and you guys are tired, I'm sure.
We are. I mean, we're keeping up to a point, but our food donations are down some. But what we're finding is we're having to scale back a little bit from what we used to give. So typically when we would do a distribution, we would be able to give enough food that would last a family at least 2 weeks, if not more. Okay. Now we're having to cut back to where it might be just enough for a week. But we're feeling that at least something is better than nothing. Right. We are starting to look at ordering more food, and then we're just reaching out to the public and different manufacturers and places that could maybe give us some donations of food if they have that available.
And you know, the thing is, you're seeing new faces too, right? And that might be the surprising thing, or what the public doesn't understand, that yeah, there are people that are struggling.
Yes, there's a lot. We're seeing so many new faces, and it's not just from lack of them not working or other situations like that, but it is these people living paycheck to paycheck. They're finding that they go to the grocery store, and you and I go there and you spend $100 and you walk out with maybe 2 or 3 bags.
Not enough, exactly.
There's not much. Yeah. So to try to spend what they have available on food and then to pay the higher utility bills because of the winter time that we're getting into, it's just a struggle. So we're seeing a lot of people needing to rely on our services.
You mentioned partner agencies. I mean, you guys are kind of the hub, right? And then you get it out to the different areas?
Yeah, so I always equate us to kind of like a Sam's Club. You know, we get all the truckloads of food in, and then we distribute it to the smaller agencies because they don't have the capacity to host like a full truckload of eggs or peppers or something like that. So we're able to get that, store it, and then they can come and pick that up as needed.
Mm-hmm. Are they doing pretty good too? Are they finding that they're very busy too? Because you're busy, so they are too, right?
Oh, absolutely. And I have them contacting me regularly because their shelves are just getting depleted all the time. So we're trying to look at different ways that we can get more food to them as well.
Wow, yeah, such the process. All right, so it's been quite the year, but what are you looking forward to in 2024? You have goals for certain projects, some things you want to do? What's up?
We do. We're trying to distribute at least 7.5 million meals for our fiscal year, which runs July 1 through June 30th. We're wrapping up a strategic plan. We've been working on that for the past several months, so we're hoping that that will guide our work into the future, at least the next 3 to 5 years. We're looking at different partnerships and ways that we can get into some more food deserts, because we're finding that there's a lot of our service area that is in those food desert areas, and we're looking at ways that we can get into them and get food to people without maybe necessarily doing a large distribution. But is there something that we could just take some boxes of food and, you know, for an hour spend time in a location and just give food out?
Yeah, I mean, that food insecurity and food deserts, it is such an issue. And many times, especially if you live in an area that you've got a grocery store by you, you don't even think about it. But not everybody is that lucky.
No, there's so many places in our service area that are just food deserts, and they don't have even a dollar store. You know, Dollar Generals are all over the place.
They are, yes.
Yeah, and there's just some areas that there's still not those even in those locations. So it's a struggle.
Something to work on, yeah, wow. Yeah. But you do, as you've mentioned, have lots of community partners, and you're looking forward to some new ones in the new year, hopefully, get some more help?
Oh, absolutely. We welcome any new partnerships. You know, they can contact us, and we can see what we can do together to help make sure people have food on their tables.
Yeah, it's a big mission, Tommie. Thanks for coming today and telling us about it. All right, don't go away. New Edition continues in a moment.